Good morning, imps. Breathe the blue imp, your game with the baby, and today we're playing Minecraft, and we are in the gaming with family world without the family. Oh, shocking surprise! Okay, oh lord to gracious, it's dark spooky up there. We are lighting up Chaos Tree because it's about time I light her up. This whole stretch is way darker than I want it to be, though. Oh, is that blueberry? That's super purple, or is that marker from the other day? That's got to be marker from the other day, kiddo, because that's a lot of purple happening on that hand. All right, let's try to find spots to put my lanterns. There's surprisingly less overhang than I thought there would be. I wonder if it, hopefully there's more overhang. Oh, wait. Can I break that? Can I use the pickaxe to break? Cool, I can. Okay. Let's try not to back off the cliff. That would be bad.
Mom.
Yes, baby. She's pat me and say, Mom. She's got the biggest grin on my face because she's going, Mom.
Yes.
Oh? I don't know what that means, sweet swan. Alright, let's put all these band. Oh! Jeez Louise! Oh! Oh, was it just an arrow? Okay. Why did that feel like it was an explosion? Where's my bow? Dude, can you not? Wow, that scared me so bad. Whoo! Let's go around this corner and get our bow. Can you leave me the fork alone, my guy? Please? Mother forker? Oh! Just give me a whole heart attack and a half. Why don't you? Okay. Ah! Alright. That's great. That's great. We gotta do so. Oh, no. And there's an Enderman? That is an Enderman, right? Facing the wall? Pretty sure. Looks like it. Okay, so apparently this spot is... What? Let's go to the other side. No reason. Keep creatures from spawn. I mean, they haven't spawned in on this area, so I'm hoping it's light enough. Do we need to put torches on the ground too? We might. I don't know. Let's put some ground torches. Just to be extra dexter sure. Nothing's spawning at the front end, but it still looks too dark for my liking. Alright, heart's still racing. Oh, I eat stress for dinner. Okay, no, I mean, I don't. I would not. Actually, I do eat stress for dinner. It sucks. So much. No one wants stress for dinner. Okay, let's just try to set up stuff and not die horrendously, because that would suck. Okay, listen, I don't know what you're doing with your legs, but you're like intertwining them on my foot and at the same time trying to sit on it, and that's just busting up mama's ankle and not feeling really great. So can we not do that, sweet pea? Mother would appreciate. Okay, let's just hope nothing's gonna pop up and kill. Ooh, we're gonna squat. That is a gorgeous view on this side. Okay, so it looks like everything is just like spawning over there. Yeah, it is super dark on that side. Okay, cool. Well, I guess it's gonna stay that way. Until we, you know what I'll do? I'll just build up the cliffside higher so that I could put some light in the ground and they can't climb up and immortalize me like they just did. I mean, I didn't die, but that was still a lot of heart attacks that I didn't wish to have. Alright, so we're gonna gather some logs. Yeah, I'm gonna grab some logs so I can fill in probably the naked parts of the walls that I believe are still naked. How much log do I have? Oh, I don't have a lot of logs.
Mom.
Yes, baby.
Mom.
Yes.
Mom.
Yes. Sorry, I'm not looking at you, so that's why you keep saying mom.
Mom.
Well, now you're not looking at me, and you just keep saying, hey.
Mom.
Yes. Why don't you eat your food? You've got snacks. You got the royal tray just rolled out for you. Oh, here. You want this calendar? Because, I mean, this is the month of June. That was library activity. You don't want it? Come on. It's pretty cool. At least take a look. Tell me what it says. What's it say on there? What's the schedule? What's happening? I mean, it's a few months old. Oh, my gosh. I just took a shower. And then the pits have decided... Nah, you didn't. So now I just reek to the high heavens. I did buy a new deodorant, so I could also... Oh, and I also shave my armpit hair. When I shave my armpit hair, then it seems like the deodorant has to figure out how to work again. I don't know. Is that too much information? Not really. It's not like I'm talking about my period and all that, although I do talk about that too. So also this gap here is going to bother me. We're going to fill that in. All right. Not a lot of places to put these. There's also big holes in these that I don't approve of at all, because I feel like Oh, no. We need to fix that. That's when I was building off camera and I died. Wait, hold on. Maybe I can just... Yeah, I think we're going to do that. Stick a few blocks out so we can have... Yeah. Anyway, I died and then I had to pillar up to get my stuff. Yeah, it looks... Jeez Louise, this looks very horrifying. Hopefully nothing tries to kill me while I'm doing this, because that would suck so much. I also should just check the ground, make sure I'm not about to fall to my doom. Mommy. Yes, baby. All right, we're gonna do our best here, because this is Chaos 3. So it's okay if it's is that nope? That's not a full-on drop. That's good to know. Lantern. We're just gonna slowly put lanterns around the whole thing. I am so tense right now. Probably doesn't help that I got shot at by the goblin crew. All right. Oh, this goes so high. What was I thinking? I had lofty goals, lofty dreams, and oh wow, what, my wrist is doing something weird. I wonder if I could pop it. No. I learned to pop my wrist, but it has to be very specific tension before I can pop it. Oh, Joseph being a server and carrying absurdly heavy trays, that kind of messed up my wrist, because I was a server around the same time I was also taking boxing classes, and I was definitely boxing incorrectly. So I messed up my wrist a little bit, so every now and then I gotta like, when they start hurting and feeling stiff, I gotta like click them. They'll make a little crunch sound, and then it feels nice and relieved. I'm just glad I figured out how to do that, because before we just get stiffer and stiffer and stiffer and really hurt, and then it would pop on its own. But it took so long to get to that point that it was so painful to use. So I am glad I figured out a workaround for that. Oh, can I put a lantern in there? Maybe. Come here. Yeah, nope, doesn't look like I can. I might spread some of these leaves out. It'd be kind of cool to have like a kind of side porch situation. I keep forgetting about that nether portal over there. All right, we don't need to put one right there. I put it in there. I feel like I definitely don't have enough lanterns. I need more. Oh, I gotta look down before I step forward because I don't want to fall off the cliff. That would be awful. I'm not doing any leaf chopping, so I shouldn't need to worry about them disappearing under my feet. What was I talking about before this? Crunchy wrist? No, I was talking about something else. But anyway, I don't know what to do. I need to check my phone and see what topics we have saved for today. I think I might be doing that. I mean, my husband's been saying I should do that for like a while now, like write down topics, and I did, and then I never read them. But we're doing better. We're keeping on track with my chitty chatter buns. All right, we're gonna put one there. No, there's already one to cut the front, so we can put one here. Yep, perfect. A lantern. All right, so that's this floor. Oh, we're gonna have to go all the way around. No, I don't want to do that. It's very dangerous and it's getting dark. I should probably go slower. I'm not going to though. Okay. Once I get around to the other side, then I can check my phone and see what topics I was about talking about. Oh, safety is clearly the utmost importance here. Speed is more important. Okay, let's run around. I want to fill in those gaps and make this more level, because I feel like it'd be cool if this was like a porch type situation happening. Hold on, let me get inside safely. You can't have my phone. You can play with this. Yes, sweetie. Here, hold on to that. Cool. Is it neat? Actually, you have seen. Oh, hold on. Can I have that back? Wait, I'll give you something else. Here, play with spool of thread. Okay, cool. What? Is that not as cool? Baby? Sweetie? You really can't play with the other thing, because it's actually kind of dangerous. Okay, it looks like I've already done this side. Baby. Hold on, I'll find you something cool to play with. What, you don't want to watch Bluey? We can change the show. It's fine. Hold on. Let's change the show. How about Bear in a Big Blue House? Is that better? Also, if you guys are enjoying the videos so far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers before the year's over, and we can't do that without your help. Also, we have the Buy Me a Coffee in the description, so if you really like the videos, or you're just feeling generous or want to be my sugar daddy, you can donate that. Right now, the only tiers are $1 a month. You don't get anything except for my undying love. So there's that tier, which is the first tier. And then the second one is $5 a month. That one you can suggest like seeds and coordinates. You know what? I think I'm going to sleep. I'm not going to risk it. But anyway, you could suggest like seeds and coordinates for me to explore. And I will try my best to explore all of them that are suggested. But that's for the $5 a month tier. I have no idea. I want to do like higher tiers, but I have no idea what the rewards should be. So I don't want to say early videos because I'm like, ooh, we barely keeping up with the daily uploads. Because as soon as life happens, then it's a lot harder to keep up with daily uploads. But anyway, let's see. What do we want to talk about? Why is everything live action? I guess we could touch on that. I mean, we did talk about movies the other day, but yeah, no. The incessant need to make everything live action. No, I have not seen the live action Moana, but I probably should so that I can talk more about this. But I mean, I guess my thing with everything being live action is because they say they're trying to make it live action, but then at some point they decide, let's make it realistic. It's like, you're already adapting a ridiculously... You're already adapting silliness, but then you want to make it serious too? And for some reason, their idea of making everything serious is to leech all the color out of it. I haven't watched in its entirety, the live-action Little Mermaid, but it looks so gloomy color-wise. Like, how are you gonna be under the sea? Oh, that looks hideous. I need to get rid of that pronto. But anyway, how are you gonna be under the sea and then make it like gray? Like, make it colorful, dang. Otherwise, I see why Ariel wanted to leave. But then the surface wasn't much better. I'm like, oh gosh, why would you make it these colors? You know what? I'm just gonna wait till I have gravel, and then I'm gonna pillar up with gravel and cut that down. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That'll be easier. But yeah, the obsession with not only making it live action, but let's make it realistic. So let's take out the colors and the fun characters and make everyone super serious. It's like, don't call it live action. Call it a remake or something, because live action, you kind of just no. Why are they taking the whimsy? That's the problem. When they make it live action, they're intentionally removing the whimsy. Because you know what I watched recently? I watched live action He-Man. And it was actually really funny. Maybe because I had like no expectations at all on what it was going to be. Because, you know, at this point, all live action has been... okay, the majority of live action, everything has been super, super bland and boring. But I really liked that they didn't take it seriously. I'm like, oh my gosh. Because, I mean, again, it is dude who calls himself He-Man wearing, like, the skimpiest of skimpy things. But they didn't take it seriously, and it actually made it a lot of fun to watch. That, and they didn't leech all the colors out of it. The world was still really colorful. It was still vibrant. And the things characters did that were funny were just funny to the audience, not funny to the characters in world. I hate when they do that. No, I mean, I hate when they make it a character in the world trying to be funny in times of like crisis, just so the audience laughs. It's like, no, don't do that. Make it funny just for the audience watching, but people in world don't like acknowledge it, and that's pretty much what they did. Oh my gosh, I need to Google whoever played Skeletor, because that guy was amazing. In his blue muscle suit with his super arrogant walk. He had that walk down. I was like, dang, okay. And then they changed Skeletor's voice, which I approve of that creative decision, because if they kept his same voice, it'd be like, oh my gosh. But they still made him like weird. I thought because they made his voice all super spooky looking, sounding, they were gonna make him like this super creepy, intimidating dude, and they totally didn't. Oh my gosh, it was hilarious. He was still like, he was like so awkward and like wanting of approval, which I feel like fits. And it's just, Skeletor was a mess, and I loved him for it. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed the movie. I'm happy with what they did with it. And do I want to put a lantern in here? No, that's kind of unnecessary. I need a lantern somewhere. Which floor was I on? I'm kind of confused now. This one? Okay, cool. So it shouldn't be that far of a jump down, right? Maybe I should just go around. Because I forgot that I had this funky front piece happening. Am I on the next floor, or am I on the same floor? We're just gonna have to go around, because I'm over here confusing myself. I feel like I jumped up to the next floor. Alright, so we're gonna have to go this way and go around. But anyways, yeah, no, it was like humorous. I also loved how He-Man was just like this goofball, but not such a complete idiot, which was nice, because I hate when they make the muscle bound dude a complete idiot. Oh, hold on. This whole part, is it just open? Are you just open to the elements? No, sorry. We shan't have this nudity in my castle. Chaos tree dictates. Okay, where was I? I was up here. Okay, cool. And you're standing on my toes. But yeah, no, that was a live action that I genuinely enjoyed. And I would probably watch again because they had like a lot of silliness that made me laugh. And a few moments that I probably missed because, you know, I'm dealing with Bobby and all that. But then you're on my toes again. Okay, wait, we need to go this way. That's what we're doing. All right. What? Yeah, no, I liked that one. And then I will also say I haven't seen season 2 of the live action One Piece, but they clearly also care with what they're doing. And their idea of live action isn't completely to leech all the colors out. I will say with the live action One Piece, I don't like what they did with Zoro. He's boring. I was like, come on, my man had like the worst sense of direction on the planet to the point you're like genuinely concerned for his mental health. I'm like, how are you that bad at directions? Oh my gosh. He also had a very serious drinking problem. When Luffy would be like eating a ton, he'd be drinking an absurd amount, and like they kind of took that away from him. Zoro was serious when he needed to be, but the dude was also a bit of an idiot. And I'm like, okay, that just doesn't, oh gosh, that just doesn't feel like Zoro. And he was like he was my, I guess I'm also more bothered by it because he was my favorite character in One Piece. It's just, I don't know, he was fun. He was like the right amount of seriousness and the right amount of comedic, which I really liked. But then they took that away for the live action one. I'm like, oh. I also wish they picked an actor with like a bassier voice. That was another big point of, I mean, that I also just really liked Zoro's voice too. Had that graveliness to it that made him feel like a bit older than Luffy, but this one he feels like he's the same exact age as Luffy. I absolutely love the guy who they picked to play Luffy. He just nailed the part and everything. I feel like he's an excellent Luffy. No comments, complaints there. Nani, I, to be honest, never really liked her as a character, so I have no comments on who's playing her because I don't care. Oh man, I gotta get lower to put that up. Yeah, so anyone who really likes Nani, let me know if you like or dislike who they have playing her. I mean, I will say one thing, she's a lot less complainy, screechy than she was in the other. Wow, good thing nothing can spawn on here because I'd have the creatures crawling out of my ass on this area. But yeah, so she's way less screechy than she used to be, and she did well in that scene where, you know, she asks Luffy for help super dramatically, so there was that. Let me get back to the original floor I was on. I think this is one. Yeah, this is the one I was on. I gotta roll around and find the door. Sanji, I mean, I don't know. I didn't really have huge opinions on Sanji. They made him like, someone pointed out that they kind of liked before. Okay, Sanji was just like ridiculously perverted. I mean, okay, he wasn't super perverted before. He was just super duper desperate for like female attention, which was fine. Then he became really, really perverted as the seasons went on. So I was like, yeah, I mean, this current Sanji is just like super duper, what's the word I'm looking for? Is suave the word I'm looking for? Maybe. I might be looking for the word suave. But anyway, he's very much that. So he doesn't really feel like Sanji. I would have liked him to still, I mean, the desperate for female attention is, I guess, I don't know. I liked the other Sanji. He was funny. I didn't like when he got like creepy about it, but yeah, the whole like underwear sniffing and questionable things they have him do and all that. But yeah, there's that. And I don't know, I feel like he's maybe he's like, he doesn't really feel like Sanji, I guess. I mean, a little bit. He's got the cooking part down. The actor's doing a good job, but he's like a little bit too cool, I guess is what I'm getting at. Yeah, that's what it is. He's like too cool, and this is supposed to be like a band of misfits and screw-ups. So, you know what would have been funny if they made him this same level of cool, but his pickup lines were absolute ass, and he couldn't see it. He'd just be confused, like, wonder why these ladies aren't going for it. But still make him like, because I mean, at the moment, he's basically flawless, but still no one wants him. If they made him like this smooth and this flirtatious and this much loving on the women's, but his pickup lines were just absolute trash, I think that would have worked. That would have still given him some kind of flaw and still made him a bit of a ladies' man. But it's not. That's not the case. He's just like I said, super suave and still single. I'm like, how, sir? With you looking like that and speaking like that, I feel like even in war times, women would be all over you. I need to close that up. Are we gonna close that up? I don't know. Can I reach that? Can we reach it? And hold on. Okay, cool. If I back up. Oh, I backed up without looking. I could have fallen through the floor. Yeah, so again, no critique or complaints on Luffy. Love him. The guy, like, embodies Luffy really well. He also can have just, like, a frozen grin without looking like his face hurts, because I know, and I'm not saying that's, like, a minor thing. That's a huge thing. It's hard to have, like, a smile, because my smile stays on my face for, like, a few seconds before it starts fading and looking strange. So I'm like, if someone's taking a picture of me, I'm like, you better take it fast. We about to look grouchy in a second. But, yeah, so there's that. What were the other characters? Like, a lot of the side characters, I didn't have a complaint with either. They fit, and I need to see the second season to see how they did with Robin, and Crocodile, and Smoker, and all those good, fun characters and all that. Do I want a lantern here? No, I don't think I want a lantern here, but yeah. I don't remember the red-haired dude, if he, like, fit the part. I think he kind of did. I don't know. I feel like they made him too cool, at least in what I remember from the first season. I don't remember the guy's name. The red-haired guy that Luffy looks up to. I remember him being, like, cool, but also a complete goofball. But I would say overall, One Piece is doing surprisingly well with their live action. Because of the material they're adapting, I imagine it would be difficult to adapt it. But they're doing really good. I love how a lot of the set pieces are practical, which is awesome because everything wants to do CGI. A lot of the hello have been mild distraction, but I'm gonna pretend you're not here. He pecked my head. I'm not. Where was my train of thought? Hold on, back up. We gotta. Why did you do this? Live action One Piece. Hush, husband. Anyway, live action One Piece. I like how a lot of the set pieces are like actual set pieces, and a lot of the makeup is actually makeup instead of everything just being CGI to the point where it's just unpleasant slap to look at. Okay, we found our train of thought. Whew, that was hard. But yeah, no, it's really cool that they do that. So I really hope the live action One Piece does well. I haven't seen the second season, but I haven't heard a bunch of people hating on it, so hopefully it did well. Like a certain second season that just came out. Oh my gosh, we do not have enough time to talk about the live action Airbender because I will lose all my shit all over the place. Fun fact, I haven't even finished the first season, and I won't after what they did to Boomy. Y'all know King Boomy, right? Y'all remember? Okay, everyone who watched Airbender definitely knows who King Boomy is. And how he had, like, a never ever give up attitude. He'd protect his people at all costs and never give up his kingdom and all that. You know what they did with him in the live action? He just gave up. Like, what? What do you mean? And no, it wasn't like in the, I think it's the third, is it the third? It's the third season of the cartoon where he quote unquote gives up. But no, that was more of him just biding his time, realizing, oh, I can't take them now, but I can take them later. So he pretends to give up. No, in the live action, he just flat gives up, leaves his people by hiding in an underground bunker. I was like, what? That's like if they made the main character evil, which they kind of did. Okay, they didn't make the main character evil, they just made him such an ass. From the review I'm watching, they're showing clips, and all he's doing is complaining and bitching to his friends and blaming them that no one cares about him. It's like, Sir, you are the only savior of the world that we have. No one's gonna care about whatever personal issues you're having, okay? You get the world to save after you abandon it. So, buckle up, Buttercup. Yeah, I was like, what? You can't change massive parts of characters' personalities and then be, like, shocked, like, why doesn't anyone like this? It's so creative and unique. I'm like, no. You can make creative changes, but you have to know why you're making those changes, not just because, hey, this will be different. I'm like, no. Certain things are there for specific characters for a reason. Like the fact that they made Sokka not sexist. I was like, he kind of was, but not in, like, a way for him to be that way just to be nasty. It was because he grew up with his dad saying you need to protect your village, to protect your family, and then all the men left for war. So I kind of see why he wasn't, like, sexist intentionally. He was just like, no, sister, you need to stand back. I got to keep you safe. Because, again, that's the task his dad left him with before disappearing for years. And he kind of just probably assumed his dad was dead for most of that time. But, you know, obviously they reunite and all that. It's not a spoiler. This has been out since forever. You guys have seen it. I'm assuming. If you haven't seen it, then I guess you're gonna have to go watch it now. But yeah, the live action got rid of like weird things for the characters that are actually completely needed for the character growth. They're like, nah. Wait, I turned around and I forgot where I went. This way. This is the way we're going. Yeah, it's like, okay, you changed the scene, but you can't change a scene unless you understand why the scene is there and what can be changed. Because some things absolutely cannot be changed without ruining the entire scene and the entire character. And at this point, they've ruined the whole story. Alright, but anyway, it looks like that's all the time we have for today. I think the next video I make, I'm going to have to talk about in depth about that. Because we are overtime. I lost my place in the intro, but it looks like that's all the time we have for today. Remember to share this video with everyone you know, love, and hate. Wash those I'm out of torches. Beautiful, delicious, bountiful butt cheeks, and we'll see you in the next one. Love you, smooches. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Okay, bye-bye now. Here's the stuff.